going to keep that in.
Sugar-free, baby. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second half of the Untitled Wrestling Podcast, end of the year 2025, recorded sometime in January 2026, because we are nothing if not unspeakably current. It's me, your boy Big Tasty, as always, joined by Jay. I don't know why I'm pointing. People can't see this. Faye and Ollie. Jay, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I've ate far too much pasta and my stomach hurts.
Faye, how are you doing?
I am good. I'm exhausted, but we move.
Welcome to your 30s. And Ollie, how are you doing?
Good, stressed, but not stressful at this moment in time.
Oh.
I mean, we are literally on the verge. Just to put it in perspective, the UK is currently on the verge of entering into a proxy trade war with the US because we're trying to ban Elon Musk's child porn creating AI.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But at least Games Workshop have banned AI in all of their projects. So,
Based.
Have they opened up another store in Liverpool, by the way?
They moved.
They moved?
Which is annoying because the one in Central Station was upsettingly close to my house.
I walked past it in like St. John's before, like when I was legging it to work. Like, what the hell's that doing there?
So what I do like, so starting off on a tangent so quickly. So the previous store was in Central Station, which is like literally next to where I live, and I could just go there all the time to buy paint, and it was great. But now it's a little bit further away from me, so it's not as convenient, but it's next to Ryman, which is where I buy my plastic boxes to store my Warhammer in, so I can go and get the boxes and the Warhammer in the same trip, which is really nice.
Oh god!
So you're saying they're feeding your addiction?
Well, no, because as a sensible person, I don't really buy Warhammer itself from Games Workshop because you get it like 20% cheaper if you buy it from literally anybody else. It's weird.
And Just Play's great.
Paradoxically, the Warhammer shop is the most expensive place to buy Warhammer because they literally exist to sell starter sets to people's mums.
Yep. That is true.
So yeah. Anyway, enough about Warhammer. Well, that's a lie. It's never enough about Warhammer.
Never enough.
That's the point of Warhammer. It's never enough.
I forgot I needed to ask you a question about Warhammer, which I'll do after the podcast.
That's the meme, isn't it? It's like, but you have Warhammer, but I don't have this Warhammer.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, because
we're probably getting his Games Workshop.
We're probably getting a Commander Titus here.
By putting Warhammer in Liverpool Games Fair, you are technically enabling me. My blood is on your hands, sir.
No, your money.
If I got into Warhammer, I would be actually like, it would be so bad because I spend too willy-nilly anyway.
So I sometimes feel bad about how expensive Warhammer is, and then I saw how much the new Lego Pokemon set costs.
Yeah, don't. That's my crack. I say, staring at a lot of Lego currently on the floor.
At least with Warhammer, you can like play with it like properly once you've built it. I can take it to a shop and have a proper game with somebody else.
I'm literally on the verge of deciding: do I invest more into a computer so I can play Total War 40k, or do I just buy a 40k fucking army? Which one's going to be cheaper?
To have your own.
And the answer is definitely a gaming PC if you're quick.
The prices. I literally bought a new processor and a new graphics card this month because I'm scared what's going to happen to the prices in the next 6 months.
GPUs are due to like.
If you buy one just like before March, you'll be good.
Yeah. So just before we go into it, let's talk about one last thing about Warhammer. So Sarah was watching. There's a comedian called Vittorio Angeloni. He's like an Irish comedian. He's really funny. He's
great.
His special came out the other day, and he talked about like trying to get himself diagnosed with autism. And someone referred to an autism support group, and he was like, "Yeah, a load of autistic people in a room not making eye contact. That's not a support group. That's a Warhammer tournament." It's like, yeah, that's very funny.
My addiction's D&D. Like, that's what I spend my money on.
Yeah, I mean, how much money is there to spend on D&D? I suppose you could buy like the minis and like
the books.
You're still just buying minis. It's just
you're asking how Wizards of the Coast can nickel and dime someone out of a fucking habit. Jesus Christ, they're notorious for it.
And
this
it's me as well.
This is someone who's a former 10-year fucking DM. Like,
to be fair,
Wizards of the Coast,
Wizards of the Coast are the company like Warhammer fans point at and go, at least they're not that bad.
Right.
Like Games Workshop like to gouge you, but at least they don't Wizards of the Coast gouge you.
At worst, Games Workshop is incompetent.
Yeah.
It's not predatory.
And at least they're British, so all the money's going to British jobs, British industry. you know.
All right,
all right.
Nigel Farage.
All right, Thatcher, fucking hell.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
that's not Thatcher was the other way around, mate. She wanted to get rid of British industry.
That's true. That's true.
Felt like you just got like temporarily possessed by Spike Trevay
In
there,
fact,
the way you were talking.
Games Workshop was founded in the 80s as post-Thatcher counterculture.
It was. It was.
There's an orc banner from the 80s which has got a picture of like a dead Margaret Thatcher on it. It's fucking great.
So technically, if you don't play Warhammer, you're a Tory.
Yeah, if you don't play orcs specifically, you're a Tory. I play orcs.
Oh, I don't, because I don't want to get into Warhammer.
All right, Thatcherite.
Oh no, don't say that. Oh, I hate that.
You're gonna make kneecap sad, Faye. What are you doing?
Oh God.
Can't do that.
Kneecap definitely play orcs.
What's little Mocara gonna think when he finds out
No.
Faye's a Tory?
It's fine. I bought all of their merch.
You did buy a
Right.
lot of their merch.
Wait.
Right, let's crack on.
I was
said we
going to
weren't
say
get
this is like
distracted,
10 minutes in.
we got distracted. Right, we've just got a little bit of some final little crumbs from end of year awards, and then we've got a fun game to play, which is not as in depth as the fun games that Ollie will have arranged for us at local games fair. A little sort of plug for you there.
Yeah.
Talk more about that later.
It's in a couple of weeks.
So yeah, first up, then we're going to do promo of the year, which I was about to cut, and then Ollie made a sad face, and then he made me keep it in. So yeah,
It's
A
been an
very
incredible
convincing
year.
sad face, though. So it's
so
fine.
our nominees for promo of the year are: it's not me, it's not you, it's him, between Osprey, Swerve, and Hangman, which was quite cool. What makes you think that I've forgotten? Which was I believe that was the Tony Storm Mariah May. You will be good, but never great. You will be.
No.
No,
That-
that's the reveal. That's when Tony Storm pulls off the Mariah May's beating
yeah,
Tony
well,
Storm in
yeah.
the ring,
Yeah.
and she does the reveal that she hasn't forgotten. And
Well,
goosebumps.
can we
Yeah.
also throw in the "You will be good, but never
I,
great"?
I was
The backstage
literally
one, yeah.
that's the one I wanted to throw in.
Lifetime
'cause-
of mediocrity.
Because I
Yes.
sentenced you to a lifetime of mediocrity because that's kind of come true.
Yeah.
I understand how much you want it, but I want it a little bit more. I don't want this opportunity. I need it. Was that Hangman 2?
That's the
Osprey?
second one.
Yeah.
That's the second Hangman Osprey.
And then it's also not on here, but we talked about it in the promo package talk.
Yeah, That was the
This
first
isn't
one.
about this isn't about your redemption. This is about my ascension. Osprey to Hangman was also excellent, so we'll put that in there. I can't quote it because I don't speak it, but when Hangman spoke Spanish in Mexico, that was chef's kiss. Lovely. That's on there. And Eddie Kingston asking for the old Samoa Joe, which I like, but we'll talk into a bit more. But it felt a bit similar to the Jericho promo. If I'm being hypercritical.
Yeah.
And Hangman and Swerve sit down to talk.
Yeah,
Was
no,
that-
when he sits down, like when they're like,
That the backstage one where he goes in after the
Yeah.
match and he just
Yeah.
drops the chain on the floor.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
So much not said.
And then this last one is Swerve and Mox, when Swerve's like, I am the most dangerous man made, when like he's like, and then he references the whole like, you go and play John Moxley on TV thing when it's before their match.
Okay, so as I previously just alluded to, I would like to. I think we can probably cut the Eddie Kingston one. I love it. I love Eddie Kingston just because it was very similar to the Jericho one from a few years ago, which I thought was a bit better.
That's fair.
Yeah, for me, you mentioned it earlier, but I just in terms of like promos and story and the match itself, Hangman versus Osprey, considering it was all of 3 or 4 weeks long at most, I think like 3, it was literally first promo, second promo, then it was the fucking final. They had a hell of a thing going, like those 2 promos back to back, where you mentioned he does this, not my redemption is my ascension, and then the one afterwards. Fantastic storytelling for what is essentially a 2-3 week promo coming up to the Young Cup final.
If you bundle those 2 together because they were like the same segment,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you could probably say that's an easy
Win.
finalist.
The first one was interrupted by the Don Callis family, and then they do the tag match, and then the second one's the following week when Osprey's like, the security out here, we don't need this, blah 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 blah, and then it's incredible. I went back and rewatched the Owen Hart Cup and those 2 promos in particular, and they're so good. Like
Especially
I
because,
want them to run it back again.
One of the big knocks against Osprey earlier in his career was always that he couldn't talk. Which I don't know if that was just people being stupid or whether he's just generally gotten a lot better at it. But since he's been in AEW, I think his promos have always been good, and when they've been on top, they've been phenomenal.
He's one of the most natural speakers when it comes to like he's one of the most believable. Like I think
Talks from the heart, doesn't he?
And like he sometimes he rushes his lines, sometimes he gets, he has to stop and start again. But it always feels natural. It doesn't ever feel like it's a poor performance. And he said it comes from the heart. I think a lot of that, obviously, you go back to like his time in New Japan, right? The backstage promos they cut in New Japan. I love watching those because I think you see the most truest sense of character from performers. And I kind of wish they did a little bit more in New Japan, in AEW, that kind of like talking from the cuff backstage style.
I do miss Jay White having a mental breakdown after every match.
Can I add Zack Sabre Jr.'s vegan math promo from this year backstage? Where I want to put that in as like a late entrant because that is one of my favorites that's been done
Postal
this
entry.
year. Yeah.
It's a pity it wasn't this year, but it wasn't really a promo. But that bit in the G1 where Zack Sabre Jr. came out and shouted into the camera, "Pay nurses properly, Rishi." Was fantastic. I love how
wasn't that his entrance during
Wrestle Kingdom?
Was it during Wrestle Kingdom?
It was a big match.
Yeah.
It was a big match. Yeah, it was one of the big matches. But that was fun. I think we could probably, just because I didn't really understand it and it didn't hit me, but it was cool. It was Hangman speak Spanish in Mexico. It was awesome, and I loved it, and I appreciate Hangman to hell.
To be fair, it was more for me. It was more the like actual crowd reaction to it than anything else, because it made that feel special, but also for me it kind of like solidified like, yeah, Hangman's the guy. Hangman's the guy you want as the face of your company.
He is the AEW ace right now. That can't be denied. Like going into Arena Mexico, cutting that promo.
I mean, we've always known Hangman's had promo chops. Like he's been red hot on the mic. I'd say ever since the first Cowboy Shit promo. Like that was his like arrival as like a top of mic guy, and ever since then, I think he taps into he's found the secret recipe now, which is just, again, Ollie, it's like you said with Ospreay, it's just believable shit, like just honest, believable stuff.
Well, it was like last year, wasn't it? The meds aren't working. Like the meds, like that promo that he had with Mox
the medicine's
just
not working.
But I'm getting better. Like
for me with Hangman, his promo against Ospreay this promo that when they talk about how Ospreay's being like, I want this, and then Hangman's like, no, I need this. That makes us the difference. It harkened back to his promo against Mox where he says, "This is why I'm a man, damn it." That promo, it gave me that same feeling, that same kind of, you just want him to win. Like,
yeah.
I think out of the two Tony Storm ones, do we like one over the other?
I think for being more of a meme, it's the I sentence you to a lifetime of mediocrity. But I think for the way it made me feel watching it live, what makes you think that I've forgotten was fucking incredible.
It was great, wasn't it? Because it was just the way, because it happened like she wasn't on screen when she said it. Like the camera was on Mariah, and like Mariah just freezes, and then it cuts back to Tony, and she's like started like taking off like
smearing the makeup, taking off.
I think that was probably the moment for me when the Tony Storm character went from being, oh, this is just a thing she's doing for like a bit, to being like, oh no, this is who she is now. Like this is like her total character going forward forever, or until something else changes drastically. It's not just like, oh, because everyone was like, oh, what are they going to do when Timeless Tony Storm runs its course and she's going to go back to being old Tony Storm? I think this promo proved there is no old Tony Storm anymore. It's just this Tony Storm.
I think as well, if in terms of delivery, like I think Tony's a lot more, like, to go back to people feeling natural, I think Tony feels a lot more natural when she's in the ring and she's got a mic in her hand, or if she's backstage and she's told she's got 30 seconds, than like the other one where it was a sit-down interview, it was pre-record. I wouldn't say it was bad delivery. I'd just say it felt a lot more, it felt like there was a lot more passion in the what makes me think.
Well, it was obviously more rehearsed, wasn't it? It was more sort of like,
that's more performative versus what feels like a natural moment.
Yeah.
So if we send up, what makes you think that I've forgotten? Because that was great. If we send up the combo of I understand how much you want it, and your redemption, my ascension, the sort of duo pack. And then we've got one more space.
Out of what's left there, I'd
And vegan
say
math.
I'm vegan math. I'd say the Hangman and Swerve one because that literally again I'm a lot of this I've just kind of like judged based on my reaction at the time seeing it play out, and that one like the second like you saw Hangman go in that room, it was like, oh fuck me.
It's the second that
It
happened,
wasn't
we were
even.
all going nuts in Discord when that happened, weren't we?
Yeah,
Like everyone was just it was like lots of people are typing in like the
yeah.
UWP chat.
Yeah.
And it was,
And it wasn't even that long either. It was super quick
That was only like 3 minutes, wasn't it?
because it was followed shortly
Mm.
after by the whole "you burnt down my home," and he was like, "I know." I think that was all in the same, or
That
it was
was no,
That's the
before
that was
same
that.
promo.
oh, I thought that was a
That's
No, it
different thing.
wasn't.
it's in that, isn't it all in that backstage promo?
It's all no, no,
Is it
no.
is it the
Because
backstage one you're talking about?
so
yeah.
the backstage one is where they sit down and Hangman leaves him the Hangman leaves him the chain, and he's like, "I need to move past this." So it's like essentially Hangman like.
Wasn't wasn't it burnt down my home the week before though?
I think so,
Was
yeah.
it the week before? Yeah,
That's when
it
they
Because
was.
sit,
Yeah,
that's when like in the corridor, isn't it? When they're just like
yeah,
talking.
yeah, because they were both going after Mox and they both kind of like having arguments, and then
Mm.
And then the one before that is the first one you mentioned, which is when it's
Mm.
Hangman, Osprey, and Swerve in the ring,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
and Swerve's like, "It wasn't me, it's not you, it's him," and then it all kicks
Yeah.
off.
Okay, so we'll bold that up. So before we go into and to pick the winner, I just want a sort of special appreciation for what I think is tweet of the year, or X post of the year if you're being technical, and it was from Don Callis, obviously,
oh god,
and it was when he was talking about. Do you remember when he was talking about like someone had gifted him an exotic bird,
yeah.
and he said, "I'm naming it Kota because of its fragile legs."
Oh
That
my God, what the fuck?
that whole thing that Don Callis said the other day where he was talking about his transfer portal.
More
Like,
talent went into my
more
transfer
talent
portal.
into my transfer portal. And Kyle Fletcher going, what? And he was like, you've been there for a long time, Kyle. Don't ask
You entered it.
questions.
You entered it some time ago.
Also, best person on Twitter this year. Well, on Blue Sky, Hangman.
Mm.
Hangman's been so great this year on
I,
fucking
I
like
I will say Cecil Nix as well because
yeah,
all he posts are pictures of his cats, reactions to mystery wrestling, and pictures of him holding other wrestlers like babies.
yeah.
Um,
So a
which
little bonus there. So winner, I'm inclined to go Osprey and Hangman because
Yeah.
that
I'm
made me like emotionally cry like several times while I was watching it.
Yeah.
I'm leaning more towards Tony, but I'm happy to go with the consensus if you're all saying that.
Ollie,
I
feelings?
think that's. I went back and rewatched both those promos, and I think as much as I love the reveal of Tony Storm, that reveal, her Tony Storm's bit is only about a minute and a half. About a minute. It's not that long of her. She does the line, and then it's not that much longer. Whereas Hangman versus Osprey is a full-on like dialogue back and forth. They both cut their own promos essentially back and forth on each other, and it gets you so hyped into a match which is coming off the back of a tournament when it's it. I don't know. They sold me harder on that one. They got me more invested in that one. Where I guess I was already invested in Tony Storm and Ryan May at that point because it was
With
coming to
respect,
the end.
I feel like we may have done Tony a bit dirty here. We probably could have put that up for moment of the year, like Tony
Yeah.
actually turning back to
Mhm.
Timeless Tony Storm.
Yeah.
In hindsight, that put it in a very good place to put that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
So congratulations then to promo of the year. I understand how much you wanted. I wanted that a little bit more. I don't want to subject you needed. / this isn't about your redemption. This is about my ascension. Will Ospreay and Hangman and Page to
Mhm.
set up the absolute banger of a Owen final match. Which we might talk about in a minute. Who knows? Right.
Oh.
Let's get into match of the year then, the big one. The
Ooh.
reason we're all here, maybe. So match of the year, we have a big list here. We're going to get it down to a top 5, and we're going to try and put that top 5 in order. So this could take a little time, but then we've got some fun stuff to do afterwards. Don't worry. So our nominees are, and we might the floor's still open. We can throw stuff in while we're talking here. If we think of anything comes to us that we've missed out. So we've got Kyle Fletcher versus Speedball in the C2. Bandito versus Hechicero at Ring of Honor Death by Dishonor. Hangman versus Osprey at Double or Nothing. Shocker. Rodito versus FTR. Is that the one where they lost the belts?
Yeah.
Hangman versus Mox at All In. Kenny versus Gabe at Wrestle Dynasty. Brodito
Was that
versus
not Wrestle Kingdom?
Wrestle Dynasty was the one after.
Was it?
Yep.
Brodito versus Takeshita, Supercard of Honor. Tony Storm versus Mariah May, Hollywood Ending. Anarchy in the Arena. Mox versus Fletcher at World's End. Ospreay and Swerve versus the Young Bucks. And Nigel McGuinness versus Zack Sabre Jr.
It's a good
So,
list.
Pretty good list.
I'm going to make a bold statement and say that Hangman versus Mox Rawley goes straight through.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Absolutely, without like no arguments there.
Because that was, yeah. Anybody got any feelings? As much as
I have
want...
a late entrant.
Oh, go on.
The women's Blood and Guts.
Yes, good
Yes.
show.
The women's
yes.
Blood and Guts was, not gonna lie, probably it was the best Blood and Guts War Games match of this fucking year. And also just one of the best Cade matches of this year. Like it was
Mhm.
it was incredible, and everyone, all 12 women felt important in there.
Yeah, I felt like both, like when I was trying to, because I think we agree we were only going to pick 3 or 4 matches each of them, if I remember rightly.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I literally was like throwing around both like the men's and women's ones, and I literally, I don't know why I didn't. I think it was more just recency bias with mine because I just watched Kyle Fletcher and Speedball.
That's fair. I mean, I would also. I mean, I want to throw it on and take it off because I don't think it's going to hang. But I just want to get a little bit of recognition. Kevin Knight versus Okada in the C2.
That was good, yeah.
Yeah.
It
was
was
very
a
good.
match that made me and Faye specifically not asked about missing our last train back to Liverpool.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
literally sacrificed like so much money, like to
Yeah,
to
it was a
get
very
to
good
watch
match.
it.
So that was fun. But I don't think it. I would like to remove, if you would indulge me, Brodito versus FTR. It did fuck. It was
Ooh.
incredible. But I can't sanction a match where FTR won the tag belts on Match of the Year.
Yeah, right. So hear me out here, because I know I've got an uphill battle with this one, but this felt like the kind of not the payoff, because obviously like Bandido's had like a very up and down year in the sense that he's had a really good year, but then he's been bundled in with a lot of shit every now and again with like Jericho and FTR to a degree here. But the last like 5 minutes of this match where it was just Bandido kicking out of everything made Bandido feel like a fucking massive deal.
See, I didn't really like it because there was literally no offense going on from Brodito in the last like 3 or 4 minutes. It was just FTR just doing move after move until they pinned him. It was like in SmackDown versus Raw when you've got like 4 finishes saved up and you just can't get the 3 count.
Yeah,
I
See,
didn't find it that good.
I liked it because it was Bandido being defiant till the end, and also like both Brody and Bandido were just breaking up pins and just like keeping the other guy in. And it literally to the point where not every match has to have a feel good ending. It felt like it was futile that last 3 minutes. Like, but they kept giving you hope until the last bit where Bandido defiant in defeat, but does the like shooting in the face and then they just shatter machine him. And
It wasn't an awful match. I just don't think it's top 5.
Ooh, okay.
Can I suggest instead perhaps an alternative tag team match being Ospreay and Swerve versus the Young Bucks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can do.
That moment when fucking Swerve jumps in front of Will is like, it was everything.
They did have the cuntiest entrance of anyone all year as well. The Bucks.
And I just think it's. I mean, this isn't like a pity nomination, but like it's important to respect the fact that the Young Bucks can still fucking go. Like,
I mean, also it's important to acknowledge that in this match, Swerve had a blown out knee and Ospreay had a broken neck.
yeah,
And they still had this match, and that was like it's mad to think like this was probably like the maybe 3rd best match on the card as well.
Mhm.
Because we had obviously Tony and Mercedes and Mox and Hangman on on this card as well.
Tony Mercedes not on this list.
No, I mean I think we've got, if we were only going to be putting one match with Tony Storm and like one singles match, I think we've got the right one there.
The Hollywood
Yeah.
ending. Like that match is like, that match was an incredible match. Like it was the should have got ended last. Should have ended the
ended the show.
pay-per-view. And for what is essentially a 13-minute match, it does not go that long. They tell an incredible ending finale to their
So
rivalry.
many of these matches on this list.
I'd say I'd be happy putting the Hollywood ending up
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
both because it was a great match, and as I think we discussed last week, just of how much they got out of the time that the match
Yeah.
lasted.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't want to use this as an example of something good because fuck one of these guys in particular, but the Brock Lesnar Goldberg match, the good one from like a few years ago, where it was like literally like 7 minutes of them just going balls out.
It was
You know,
4.
They knew what they
Yeah.
need. They knew what they needed to do. They did it, and
Yeah.
that's what people wanted. Like, as great as like a 25, 30, 35-minute match can be, telling you a long technical story. There's just something to be said about a super fun, brilliant, under 15-minute just chaos.
I
You know what I
think
mean?
I think
Sprint.
as well with the kind of match that it was, because obviously like they had the match at Wembley, and they had the other match in
Grand
Australia,
Slam Australia, yeah.
where
Yeah.
both were just like straight up wrestling matches, and they told the story with like obviously their actions. With this, because it was just a bloodbath, there was very, very little wasted motion throughout the match.
yeah.
And again, it's another one of AW staples. The women
Yeah.
having the best death matches.
Yeah.
So I don't want to damn it with faint praise, but I want to talk about it because I don't think it's going to make it much further. But Nigel versus Zach, I think it's very, very good.
Oh,
It's very, very,
Yeah.
very good, but I don't think it's top 5.
No.
I agree.
I will
I just-
always love the fact that we are getting Nigel McGuinness still in 2025. Like,
Also, shout out to Walter for stealing Zach's fucking catchphrase in 2025. You Judas.
and like, it doesn't even sound as good coming from Walter either.
No. But no, this was great, and it's great that Nigel still gets to do every. I think I said this to you a while back, Jay. Every time I watch Nigel wrestle now, it feels like a bonus, like that
Yeah.
we shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Again, I implore all of you. I haven't made Sarah do it yet because, but I'm going to watch The Last of McGuinness, the documentary. It's absolutely soul destroying.
Here's the thing: is
Fantastic.
that I don't need to watch it now because you literally, when we were down in Coventry, Tasty got me like in a corner. We were both drunk, and he's like,
I
"I'm gonna
remember
tell
this.
you everything about this documentary." And I was just like, it was so harrowing. And you were like,
That-
"Faye, but you really
that
need to
was-
watch it."
That was the same day that I told you about wrestling with shadows as well.
Yeah, it was a whole day, the whole
Oh.
thing.
what an emotional roller coaster of a day that should have been.
I was
Oh,
so
God.
drunk, Ollie. I was
Oh,
so drunk.
Jesus
Jay,
Christ.
I'll
Yeah.
defer to you on this one because I think you're the go-to guy on this. If I'm not saying you have to pick one or two, but if you had to pick Bandito v Hechicero or Bandito versus Takeshita, what would be your preference?
Dexter.
I'd actually say Hechicero. But both were like, it was like 1A and 1B, like they were both excellent. I could be
Mhm.
swayed on Takeshita in a heartbeat. I think the Hechicero one purely because the Takeshita one was really, really good. Like it was. I think Meltzer rated that one higher as well.
I love how you can just see my
Um,
Crocs appearing on the floor every now and then behind me, which is like, very, very ominous.
Yeah, the Takeshita one was really good, but if it felt more like a Takeshita match than a Bandito match, which isn't a bad thing at all. But when you've got your Ring of Honor World Champion, you want it to feel like their match.
Their match.
Like,
Yeah.
and the one with Hechicero, I mean, Hechicero can do shit that no one else on the planet can do. Some of the submissions he does, some of the just nasty shit they were doing to each other on the apron, was horrific.
Should we send that one then?
I'd
Yeah.
send that one. It was fantastic.
I have two matches that aren't on this list, but I just want to shout out to them because I literally fucking the wealth that is wrestling in 2020, that was 2025. The match of the years every other fucking week or month half the time. But two matches in particular. All Out, Masquerada, Takeshita versus Okada, the triple threat. Fuck me, that was incredible.
I had that written down and then realized I was going to forget about Hangman and Ospreay.
Talk about a showing out of a Masquerada. Like
That is unreal.
everyone went into that thing going like, "Oh, he's never going to win. What's this about?" And then all of a sudden, people were believing that almost Masquerada could pop out a win over Okada for the fucking title. Like it was,
Yeah.
I love that match. The other honorable mention is MJF versus Mystico from CML 91st anniversary. That is a stellar match in Lucha Libre storytelling. Like MJF, and shout out to John Cruz, Serpentico. Excellent heels against Mystico in that match.
Can I also shout out? I don't think it always nowhere near belongs on this list, but just to give the man some more props, I don't think he's going to even actually make it onto this list. The G1 final,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like Takeshita dragging Evil to a really good match.
Yeah.
Unheard
Um,
of.
Yeah, I think I think Takeshita's like run in general, like he's not a match he's not necessarily had like a ton of match of the year candidates. He's had a lot of extremely good matches. And he's had a lot of consistently extremely good matches. It's just when you've got some of the matches we've got here, it's hard to kind of
Mhm.
So it feels like we've got two tough choices to make here now on our last two spots. I think one of them
yes.
is the silly bollocks match, whether it's Anarchy or whether it's Women's Blood and Guts.
Yeah. Um
Or alternatively, do we not put either of them in? Because we also then have to pick between Hangman versus Osprey and Mox versus Fletcher.
and Fletcher versus Speedball, you forgot that one, buddy.
And
Yeah.
Kenny versus Gabe. I love going
And
back to
Kenny
that
versus.
match.
Yeah.
I feel like that's got done dirty by being right at the start of the year.
And on
Yeah.
Wrestle Dynasty, not Wrestle Kingdom.
Hmm.
Like I really enjoyed Wrestle Dynasty, but you watch that pay-per-view for Kenny versus fucking Gabe.
I
You
thought that
didn't
was on.
what you
Is it
didn't.
really on Dynasty? I
It's
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Dynasty.
genuinely.
It's on Wrestle
The
Dynasty
on- it's the only reason why I got up to watch it that day, Faye.
because
Oh, okay.
because that was also
Like I want to watch
that was
Kenny.
because you had Rick. That was when Ricochet challenged for the title, wasn't it? The
Yeah.
IWGP title.
Yeah, which was awesome.
So
Very good
we've
match.
got 5 into 2 here. I think we can scratch Anarchy in the Arena. It was fun, but I don't think it quite makes it.
I
Yeah.
remember the things I remember most about Anarchy in the Arena is like fucking when
Bodies.
Bodies hits.
I-
yeah,
And
literally
Bodies has had its flowers
Yeah.
in this process. So
I rewatched Anarchy in the Arena this week, and Hangman Osprey, funnily enough. And while Anarchy in the Arena was good, the last couple of minutes of it did kind of feel a little bit like it was.
Especially as we were all expecting Eddie, and he just didn't show up.
Yeah, but we still got Mark Briscoe looking like he'd been in a car accident.
Yeah.
great.
And like, but it was more just the fact that obviously there was a lot of the heels just getting heat to build up and build up and build up, and
Yeah.
Was Anarchy in the Arena where everyone like Benny Hilled into the ambulance at the end?
Yeah.
yeah,
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 that's yeah.
yeah.
That was
it-
fun. I enjoyed that, but I don't think it hangs with these 5-star plus matches
Me
that we've
neither.
got on this list.
Yeah, it was very, very, very fun. I enjoyed it. Shout out to Swear's Predator gear as well because that was
Yes.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
In
In
but
terms of
yeah,
silly bollocks, I think the women's blood and guts
I-
beats it.
I'd say Women's Blood and Guts beats Anarchy in the Arena. Yeah, 100%.
Just because, and I'm not grading on a curve here, but because as well it was the first one, and
Yeah.
for them to come in, like again, I don't want to keep making comparisons between companies, but if you look at like remember the Women's Royal Rumble when they first started doing it in WWE, it took so many goes before it flowed and before it felt natural because there was no baseline experience there to do a match like that.
Same with the War Games, I think, as well.
Yeah, but these women came in first try, like none of them had ever really done. No women had done a match like this. They'd all done like street fights and hardcore matches. Yeah, there was some of that
I
there.
think
But this match
Mercedes
has,
had done a few bits and bobs, hadn't she?
but this
Yeah.
match has so many moving parts, and like it's so technical in a way because like you always have to be thinking about what's going on everywhere, and there's all these different bits going on, all these different spots happening, and then you've got women in there like Marina who like not fantastic, but like professional wrestler, like really, really talented person, but not like a ring general, like someone like a Kenny Omega who you'd just expect to be able to turn it on. And they absolutely like Megan Bain, Marina Shafir, Mina Shirakawa, and like some of these women came
Triangle
in
of
late, like
Madness.
yeah, so like Triangle of Madness, they're young relatively inexperienced wrestlers, maybe not so Mina, but and Southern came in at short notice, and they did an exceptional job, like a really exceptional
Well,
job.
this was Marina's coming out party. Like
Yeah.
this was before Marina had the tag run with Megan Bayne. Like because it was meant to be, wasn't it meant to be Penelope in this match?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
Yeah, and
and
she
Brian
got
Minota.
Yeah,
she
and
got injured
they
like the
both
week
got
before.
injured. So they both got this was a match that up until the week before had a different lineup essentially because that's how you get Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa into this match.
And I think
those
we
injuries.
talked about it when we reviewed the show. I think they got the order that everyone came out in spot on. It was really intriguing. It was really fun. It
Yeah.
created loads of interesting scenarios. The ending, as you said, Ollie, like Marina choking Mina to death while like she gets whipped by a belt while Tony watches and cries, was like poetic. It was
so
incredible.
good.
The Sisters of Sin climbing through the fucking
Oh,
through the cage,
yeah.
through the fucking bars and around, and
Just
the
like
fucking the table spot on the outside. Mercedes crashing fucking through them, all the tables with all the belts everywhere,
You know,
and then
she's got
using
her
the
own,
belts as props as well. Like
if she books her own matches, why does she book herself to go through a table?
yeah.
went-
Also, Sky Blue like pouring blood like a minute into the match.
Jesus, yeah, literally a minute in, Willow's busted her open on the fucking wing post, and she's bleeding worse than fucking Misawa.
She got pretty fucking high up the Muta scale with that one, didn't she?
Jesus.
Okay, I've heard enough. That's going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women's Blood and Guts. It might be number 5, but it's definitely top 5.
Yeah.
Okay, then our last call then is probably with respect to all the other matches, and with respect to Fletcher versus Speedball, I think it's Hangman Ospreay or Mox Fletcher.
I
I'm not saying
think
it's got to be, but in my mind, it's got to be one of
I
the two.
I think it's Hangman Ospreay.
I love Kenny and Gabe, but I enjoy those other two more.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think Mox and Fletcher. For me, like I watched Mox and Fletcher like a couple of weeks ago because it was on the pay-per-view. I watched Hangman and Ospreay this week, and I think because Mox and Fletcher, it felt like almost at some points it felt like that much of a foregone conclusion that Mox wasn't winning it.
Yeah.
When he did, it was like, oh fuck, okay. And Kyle Fletcher just sold his ass off, and there was also that bit when he was blowing on the nerve ends of Mox's tooth because he's a horrible little bastard, man. And he took that really.
Fletcher was Wrestler of the Year. Can we really leave him out of Match of the Year?
Exactly.
And also, there was that harrowing realization afterwards that we were getting Mox Okada, and it was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
but yeah, like that's the thing. Like Fletcher beat the shit out of Mox as well. Like he looked like he didn't look out of place doing that.
yeah.
I think as much as like we've like said with Fletcher, this has been a star-making year. This match kind of felt like the cherry on top of the cake, where all right, he's literally just gone toe to toe with the fucking ace of the company, like the guy who's like held the world title more than anyone else in AEW, the guy who they rely on for like whenever they need to like someone to step up. Mox is that guy, and Kyle Fletcher just gone toe to toe with him and held his own and didn't feel out of place.
This is another thing as well. Usually, even if you are like at like level Wrestler of the Year level, like by our standards, usually it takes time to build up your program with John Moxley's, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
In terms of like,
it took Hangman like over a month.
I mean,
yeah.
I think with this though, that was the start of the program.
Oh, I know, but
I
I'm
think
saying like
Kyle's coming back around for Mox probably at Revolution.
Yeah, but the thing is though, is that like carrying on with that point, like he already felt like he was already he could just be like one and done against Mox, and then like you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like maybe he'll come back around. It was like, oh, Mox is done here. Like you were already going, yeah.
Well, that's the beauty of
danger.
That's the beauty of it as well, because Mox like literally won by like it was literally by instinct of him just getting Kyle in the sleeper and choking him out.
Yeah.
And then Kyle attacked him after. There's the story with it, obviously Kyle going for the screwdriver and it not being there, which is playing into this whole like thing they've got going on with Takeshita Okada and Fletcher. And then there was just that little shot he did where Mox is getting checked on by the doctors and Kyle just turns and looks back at him. And it's like, all right, well, that's the feud for 2026 then.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we happy with Moxley Fletcher?
I do want to give Osprey versus Adam Page its props though.
It was fantastic.
You hadn't. We were, especially with us in the UK, thought Osprey was gonna be Osprey's race last year. It wasn't, so we thought it might be Osprey's year this year. You went into that match not knowing who was gonna win.
Yeah,
and that is fucking rare.
And you didn't really care.
No,
because you were happy with either because of the way that both guys had presented themselves going in.
I think as well, like with Osprey going into this, it felt like it was like his coronation because he's been with AEW for 2 years and he's still not done it, and he feels like the guy they're gonna like. They're
gonna blow the roof off, isn't it?
Yeah, but they needed a way to keep that from happening until Wembley this year.
And you go back and watch that match, like all the subtle touches and the nods in that match. Like you had Osprey pulling out the fucking Styles Clash onto the fucking floor, pulling out Kenny's like the V trigger and going for the One Big Angel. You had Hangman doing the fucking Angel's wings after fucking retiring Daniels at the start of the year, and big pressure from Swerve as well.
Oh, that was the first time that Swerve's that Hangman ever used it, wasn't it?
I think I want that more than I want Moxley Fletcher.
Like it just.
I think you've hurt me, Ollie.
Like it's not just a technical masterpiece. They told, especially as well, this is a match and a story that was essentially built off of a couple of weeks. Yes, they had the Owen Hart tournament behind them, but what these two did in that match, it felt I don't think words can explain just how invested I got into watching these two, two of my favorites, going at it like this. And this was only this is their first match, like they're going to throw this match back at some point in the future, and it's going to be even better than this. And for me, that's wild to even imagine.
I'm on the fence. I'll take either.
Yeah.
Presuming Jay is for Mox Fletcher and Ollie is for Hangman Osprey. Faye, it's on you.
Don't, because I'll just.
We could just break the rule and put them both up and have a top 6.
Fine, for the sake of brevity and getting onto it. Okay, because I don't want to leave it. Honestly, I don't want to leave it out of the mouth because
it's 1A and 1B, isn't it? With those two, it's like literally
because of the option we've got here. We haven't even put the Bucks versus Osprey and Swerve on here.
Yeah.
As I say, it's the best match on the card.
Right. So now we need to order them. I think Blood and Guts goes 5.
Do you? Okay.
Just because it's great and it's definitely top 5, but I don't think just because of I don't want to be Dave Meltzer about it, but I just think because of the nature of the match, I don't think it can really go much higher.
That's fair. I'd say
I know what my winner is, and I think it's the same as everybody else's.
I was gonna say I think the winner is probably Hangman versus Mox, right?
Yeah.
Although big shout. I feel like if we're doing Hangman versus Mox as number 1.
If you had to pick a top 3 out of this 6, I'm just curious what's everyone's personal top 3 out of this 6?
Hollywood Ending, Hangman Mox, Hangman Osprey.
In that order?
In no order. In
order. Yeah. Hollywood Ending, Hangman Mox, Bandito Hechicero.
And the same as Tasty.
Mine's Hangman Mox, Hangman Osprey, Hollywood Ending. Those are my 3. If I were to
So.
And I'd go with that order, Ollie.
I'd say that's your top 3 then, because you 3 have all said that.
Yeah.
So if we go, Blood and Guts at 6, Mox Fletcher at 5, because none of us said that.
Yeah.
We go Bandito Hechicero 4, Hangman Osprey 3, Hollywood Ending 2, Hangman Mox winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be my
Yeah.
Jay, are you alright with that? I know we sort of filibustered you there, and we sort of
that's the way we did the rest of the year, though, wasn't it? We went what's everyone's top 3, and everyone said Kyle Fletcher, so we went so it's obviously Kyle Fletcher.
So our top 6 matches of the year. At number 6, Women's Blood and Guts. At 5, Moxley Fletcher from World's End. At 4, Bandito versus Hechicero from Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor. And then fuck Big 3, it's just Big Me. Hangman versus Ospreay at Double or Nothing. At 2, Tony Storm versus Mariah May Hollywood Ending. And at number 1, match of the year, Hangman versus Jon Moxley at All In.
Oh.
Which was also moment of the year, so that was that match doing some heavy lifting this year. And I think it was Pate's show of the year as well, wasn't it? So All In takes all the plaudits. It really is
takes them
bigger in
all
Texas.
Yeah.
Y'all
I think it
in.
makes sense though. It's their show of the year, right? Like All In's the one
And
they
next
did.
year it's
If it,
coming back home, baby.
Yeah,
Where
baby.
it fucking belongs.
Oh, I can't wait.
And then we probably won't get it again until 2028 because
Yeah.
Yeah, because Chris Martin's got to expose my infidelity, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, right. So that concludes the award show portion of the podcast. We've wrapped that up.
Mhm.
Now we're going to go on to something a little bit special. So normally what we do at this point is we do predictions for the following year, and we do like who we think is going to be champions and stuff like that. I
And
would
Tasty a
historically
killer tag
I would
team.
historically curse a tag team by saying that they're going to win tag titles and then they would never be split up. I think I did it for the Acclaimed, for Proud and Powerful,
And best friends.
and Best Friends.
Best
Yeah, so I've
Friends.
killed all of my darlings. I actually said I think I said Top Flight as well, and they got Scorpio's Guide, which is even worse.
didn't you say Lucha Bros one year and they
Maybe
Yeah.
I can't remember.
they
The-
did
Oh.
get split up and went to Fed?
The road to hell is paved with tag teams that I've slaughtered on this podcast by tipping them for great things. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to do a fantasy draft. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our turns picking a roster of 3 male wrestlers, 3 female wrestlers, and 2 tag teams. It's going to be fantasy football draft style. So one of us picks someone, they're off the board, you can't have them.
Right.
Only difference, if one of us picks a tag team, somebody else could pick one of those wrestlers as a singles wrestler. However, you can't pick the tag team. So, for example, if I picked Brodito, any of you 3 could have Brody King or Bandito, but I couldn't because you can't double up on your own roster. That'd be silly. And then what we're going to do this time next year, we're going to go on to Cage Match, the arbiter of all wrestling knowledge, according to the internet, and we're going to look at the average score that each of those wrestlers or tag teams got in 2026, not historically, just this year. And whoever has the highest combined score will be the winner.
Assuming
and-
that the internet's still
I'm-
working next
I'm
year.
just
Yeah.
gonna share the document with you guys in the WhatsApp group, by the way.
And we're going to do this as a snake draft. So we're going to pick, I have a wheel set up with our names on it. We're going to pick a random person to go first. And then we're going to pick someone to go second, someone to go third. And then whoever goes fourth will pick twice. Then it will go back the other way. And then, so basically, first we'll pick once, second we'll pick, then third we'll pick, fourth we'll pick twice, then third we'll pick again, then second we'll pick, then first we'll pick twice, and it'll keep going. So the people at the end, after the first pick, will get to pick twice each time because it's going all the way to and from.
So
If that makes
confusing.
sense. I'll keep track of it. Don't you worry. So, and it's strategy. Like, yeah, you got to think who's going to have a big 2026. Who's going to have good
Also,
matches.
are we gonna just pick one and then move on? And then we're gonna go round, or are we gonna pick 1, 2, 3 each?
No, you pick one.
No, just one.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Unless you're at the end, then you pick 2. So do you pick men first, because or do you pick a woman first? Or
So-
where's the pool driest? So our first pick is going to be Ollie.
Ooh, no fucking pressure here,
Oh
though.
no, sorry, it's
Oh.
snuck over. It's Faye. It's Faye.
Yes! Ah!
It did the wheel on us.
Oh,
Amazing.
So
What
first
are we
overall
starting
pick?
with? Oh,
Whatever
Young
you
Bucks for tag team.
Young Bucks tag team
there
one
we go.
with a bullet. She was so scared that Jay was going to pick.
Yeah,
I literally mind gamed Faye into fucking picking that.
I don't care.
Okay, so
I would
going
have picked
next
them anyway.
will be Jay.
Mox.
John Moxley.
Yay!
Okay. And then out of me
That
and
was a-
Ollie,
That was
picking
a
third,
terrible choice for me, I think.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Oh. Oh.
it's Ollie.
Ooh, I. I'm going to go for. Oh, this is we're going to say Willow Nightingale.
Shout. Big shout.
That was my next pick.
I just put Willow. Everyone knows who that is. It's the Jeff Hardy one. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I will
Bad
have
Faye noises.
the newly minted Wrestler of the Year,
There it is. There it
the
is.
proto star, Kyle Fletcher, to say his full name. And I will also take Takeshita
Bastard.
because I love him and he's my special boy.
I could do the funniest thing here.
So back to Ollie.
I'm going to take Swerve Strickland.
Ooh,
Do
stuff.
I go with fuck with Faye or do I go
Why
with
are
my
you
head
doing
here?
this?
I'm gonna go with my head. Mercedes Moné.
Great shout.
Is it my go? Or
It
I'm
is
still
yours. You have 2 picks now, Faye.
Oh, hi. Tag team. I am going to go with Swerve and Hangman.
Do you think they'll wrestle in 2026?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big shout.
They've already had a match this year.
I am gonna go with Speedball Mike Bailey.
Ooh, lovely stuff. Man's gonna have big things this year.
hmm
Fair. Over to Jay.
I'm gonna go with Bandito.
Yeah, that's a sensible shout. Ollie.
I am going to go for Ricochet.
Lovely stuff. I'm really glad that none of you went. I'm going to have Jet Speed.
Bastard. That was literally my next pick.
And who else do I want? I mean, no one's got him yet. So it's a bit of a risk. So I don't know if the worms turned on him. But oh no, we'll hold off on that for a little bit. I need to take a woman. Um, why not go Chris Statlander? She's gonna put some work in.
Is
Back
it
to you, Ollie,
Babes of Wrath.
for a tag team. Oh,
Yep.
Damn. Ollie's got a
oh
Willow
no, you
monopoly
can't
there.
have them. You've got Willow. Yeah, that is not allowed.
Oh, gotcha. Wait, what? Yeah. Oh, I
'Cause
thought tag teams. I thought tag teams are different.
Yeah, but you can't have the single
Oh,
person.
person in the
Someone
tag
else
team.
can, but you can't. So I can't
Gotcha.
have Kevin Knight because I've got Jet Speed,
Gotcha. Dynamite.
and
Yeah,
Faye
yeah,
can't
yeah.
have either of the Young Bucks as singles
Yes,
Or
partners.
Hangman.
yes.
Or Hangman. Yeah.
Why have I done that to myself?
Well,
In that
it'd be
case, then, yeah, we will take one. Yeah, we'll take Hangman.
Hanger off the board.
damn. Well, I mean, there's been a massive omission there that all have missed, so I'm gonna just fucking go for that Tony Storm.
Yeah. Okay, Faye, 2 picks.
Um, Marina Shafir
Oh, I like it.
and Athena.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a shout. Okay, back to Jay.
I need the tag team, but I'm trying to think of.
You really do need a tag team. You and Ollie need tag team bad.
I do.
Bald and hair are right there, mate. If you want them.
You know what? I might have to because
Gee.
I was banking on Jet Speed really.
Who could do such a thing to you? You can't even take Brodito because you've got Bandito.
I know. I'm okay with that. Um, hmm.
Throw GYV on for the bands.
And I can't take timeless love bombs because I've got Tony now. I'm gonna say, fuck it, FTR. Sensible man's pick.
It is, isn't it?
It's the A. Oh God, that's the Irish Sports Channel. What have I done there? Ollie.
Give me Thekla.
Oh, you're stacking up these top female talent. Nice stuff. I'm gonna take. Oh, who's left in the women's division? You know what? I'm going rogue. You'd never expect this from me, would you?
It's exactly what I'd expect.
Io Sky.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
And
Ooh.
Gunther.
Tasty's going to the Fed. The mad
Oh,
bastard.
this
Oh
feels
God.
forbidden.
I love the Fed. Stand up for WWE.
Oh,
I don't like this.
actually, Tasty, you've just made me think of a tag team there. So that's good.
Ollie.
Give me Jemmy Hater.
Okay. To Jay, sorry.
Knockout Bros.
I'll put the KO Bros, if that makes sense. Ross.
Our bros.
That's Kevin Owens and the band Ross, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's say that.
Faye.
Orange Cassidy.
Oh,
Oh, that's a shout.
Orange, not Trump. The good one.
OC.
It's fair getting the one as well.
Do I get another
Yeah.
one?
There's a big male singles guy that no one's picked. Maybe we're a bit cautious about how
Uh,
much wrestling he's going to do next year. But
There's two male singles guys that I'm kind of like swinging on here, and I'm trying to figure out who to go for.
Let me
Three,
check
a-
over my notes.
three actually, and I know you're thinking of one of them, Tasty.
yep, indubitably.
Kenny Omega.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Go for all these three.
I'm just collectively selecting the elite. Well, I can.
Are you still mad that I picked Mox?
A little bit. But we move. It's fine.
I'm gonna go with Kazuchika Okada.
the Rainmaker. No one picked Will Ospreay.
Nah. I was so the three I was torn between there I can say because we've all got men's picks now was Okada, Zack Sabre Jr. and MJF.
Fair. Okay, back to
Ollie.
Ollie.
Is
Yep.
it me?
Mhm.
How's Faye picking last? I don't understand this, but whatever. I'm sure it'll work. Have you missed a double pick somewhere, Faye?
No,
No, I've
Faye's
got
just done a
one
double pick.
female. I've just done a double pick then.
Oh yeah, because you picked first. You didn't do a
Yeah.
double pick at the start. Right, okay.
Ollie
that's
has one. You have a double pick. Then
Then
I
you
have
then
one.
Faye, and it
Faye.
finishes back. It
I've
finishes
got-
back on Faye. The final pick. Yeah.
I've got two
Yeah.
picks. 'Cause
Oh,
I've not
sorry, yeah.
picked either
Ollie,
tag team.
You've got a
Ollie's
pick
got
now.
Ollie's
You've got
got
one
this
pick.
one.
Then I've got
Double
two.
pick,
Then you've
Ollie.
got one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good means I was
Um,
going to take my last pick, which is great.
let's go Brodido.
Oh, I was thinking about that. Okay, and your final tag team, please, Ollie. Oh no, it's me next, isn't it?
Yep.
Who's my tag team? I'm racking my brains here.
I have one tag team that I want to pick.
The thing is, there's so many like permutations in the Don Callis family that I don't know which one to pick.
Same with the
Oh.
conglomeration as well.
I mean, they've got a new one, which is going to be fucking cool. Jake
Yeah.
something. Well, no, Jake Doyle now and
What?
Josh Alexander are going to be brutal.
Oh no, Mark Davis.
Mark
Isn't it?
Davis,
Oh, it's Mark Davis. Yeah, Mark
Yeah.
Davis. Sorry,
Angry
they're going
Vittles.
to be.
It's just the Miracle Violence collect.
I mean,
connection,
to be
but
fair, I could see those three as a trio going to be fucking brutal.
Oh, question. No, I don't think that'd be allowed. I was like, would you permit the Bang Bang Gang?
Which
No,
one?
it'd have to be
because they
stable, wouldn't
because
it?
they
Yeah.
wrestle. They've only ever wrestled as a tag team, really. But
You'd have to say which two. If you say which two, yeah.
yeah, but I don't know how long Colton's out for.
I'm quite surprised Faye hasn't picked a certain tag team yet.
I would pick the War Dogs, but A, I don't know who's in them, and B, I don't know if they still
Um,
exist.
They
They-
don't. I
They've
think they're.
ceased to exist.
Yeah, the Bullet Club no longer exists anymore.
Shh. I
And
don't want to
I
talk about it.
assume Clark Connors is coming to AEW with his missus,
Yeah,
considering she turned up.
we saw them in
Mhm.
Camden Market during
That's
Spitting
cool.
weekend.
Oh, who am I going to pick? Who else? Who else a good tag team? Why is AEW ruined tag team wrestling?
I mean, they're turning it round at the moment, aren't they?
Mhm.
There's quite a big one that you haven't picked, but I've got a funny feeling Ollie might go for them.
A
So
big
I
tag
won't.
team.
You got the Hurt Syndicate.
They do hurt people.
They do hurt people.
There's one there that I think are gonna have a pretty good year. Who I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't pick now.
You
I
could
just
go
went
New
for
It's not
Japan
about
with
yeah, but it's not about who's going to have good. It's about who's going to have good matches.
That's
Go for
true.
Because
Bishimon
I
over
think
New
Cope and
Japan.
Christian might have a good year, but they ain't having too many good matches.
Whoa, you take that back. Father's right there.
So that's why I didn't want to pick any of the women's teams, because although I'm really excited to see what happens, I think the division's a bit too new to really have like 9-star matches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think you've got. That's why I wanted to go for Babes of Wrath, because you're going to get good ones out of them regardless. Whoever you pair them against, and I can guarantee you there will
Say
be. There will likely be running back some form of Athena and Billy Starks, or there will be Megan Bain and Marina Shafir, Sisters of
Well, actually,
Sin.
it's not about the match ratings; it's about the individual profile ratings. So yeah, maybe that's not as much of an issue. You know what? I'm taking Babes of Wrath just because it'd be nice to have Willow in my roster in some capacity because I love her. And my final pick. You can all see my screen, right?
I can.
There we go.
Nice.
Nice, Saray.
Saray. She's had a hell of a time in Stardom.
In Stardom.
I know so much about her. I know everything about Saray. Don't ask me about Saray.
Is it me now?
It's back to Ollie for his final pick.
I am going to go for your next AEW World Tag Team Champions, Cope and Cage.
Ooh. I genuinely thought you were going for someone different there, Ollie.
Who do you think I was going to go for?
GOA.
Thought about it. Did think about it.
I thought with
but
Ricochet being there, I was like, he's going for the demand.
Taking all the demand.
I don't know if they're going to pick up the tag. I don't know if they're going to. I know they're going to see a lot of tag team action, but I think
Yeah.
it's especially when the tag titles are currently on a heel group like FTR. I think they were probably going to jump them to Jurassic.
Okay, Jay,
Jurassic
your final
Express.
pick, please.
Oh, I'm really torn here. I'm really torn. I mean, I could just go for a very sensible pick here.
I can give you a recommendation if you want it, but they have just gone a slightly indefinite hiatus.
That's who I was thinking of. No, you know what? Miyu Yamashita, fuck it.
That's not who I was thinking of.
No, I know who you were thinking of.
Saya
But-
Kamitani, the Dark
Yep.
Phoenix.
Yep, I was
Phoenix
gonna go
Queen
with.
herself.
I remembered that she said she was going on a hiatus.
It's not a little
So-
bit of a hiatus.
Yeah, it's probably a couple of months though. Whereas Miyu Yamashita is always fucking solid, isn't she?
Faye, the final pick, the Mrs. Irrelevant of the draft, although that's unnecessarily mean.
Harley Cameron.
Oh. Okay, so
She always pulls it out the bag, like in those matches where you just like, fuck, like, yeah.
I think she's trending upwards as well, which is important.
Yeah.
So to go in draft order, so picking first, Faye has a roster comprised of Speedball Mike Bailey, Orange Cassidy, Kenny Omega, Marina Shafir, Athena, Harley Cameron, the Young Bucks, and the tag team of Swerve and Hangman Adam Page. Jay has John Moxley, Bandido, Okada, Mercedes Moné, Tony Storm, Miyu Yamashita, FTR, and the Knockout Bros. Ollie has Swerve Strickland, Ricochet, Hangman Adam Page, Willow Nightingale, Thekla, Jamie Hayter, Brodido, and Copen Cage. And I have Kyle Fletcher, Takeshita, Gunther, Chris Statlander, Io Sky, Saray, Jetspeed, and the Babes of Wrath.
Still mad you got Jet Speed.
So we'll come back at the end of 2026 / start of 2027, and whoever's roster has accrued the highest combined cage match scores will be crowned the winner, and then we'll do it all again because we are literally out of there are no original ideas left on the internet anymore. So yeah, that's going to wrap us up then, I think. Ollie, give us another lovely plug for your lovely games fair, please.
Yes, Liverpool Games Fair happening on Saturday, February 7th. Tickets.
That's not very far away, is it?
It's
I'm
really
no expert.
It's happening in a couple of weekends' time, so get your tickets.
But more importantly, I do still have one more payday until I have to buy my tickets. So
Same.
So it happens on Saturday, February 7th. Tickets are 15 quid. We do have tickets. We do have lower costing tickets for youngsters, and they're also child's tickets that are free. We've got two amazing live shows, one of which is Joe Mayo and Mary Martin of Nerd Mentality. They came to the last Liverpool Games Fair. They're a great comedy duo, Nerd Mentality. Everyone loved them last time. They're coming back for their new show, Duel to the Death. Their tickets are like for a £5 to go see them, but we have
I can confirm that was really good. Sarah went to watch it while we ruined Jay's life in Clock Tower, and yeah, really enjoyed it.
And we have just recently announced that from the comedy pirate duo Jollyboat, Ed Jollyboat will be doing their brand new RPG show. And it's free. Tickets are free as long as you buy a general admission ticket. Tickets for that one are absolutely free, included in the price for Liverpool Games Fair. It's a live action RPG, tabletop RPG, with Ed Jollyboat as the host, as he tells the story of Into the Autumn Realm, based on their brand new RPG that they're in the process of creating, and they will be playtesting at Liverpool Games Fair. There'll be RPG sessions with Ed Jollyboat as they playtest their new RPG.
That's awesome.
We've also got the RPG Haven lot. They're coming up to host a bunch of RPGs for us. We've got Dyson Pins providing their board game library like they did last year. We've got the Gamers Lodge and Bulwark Games doing a whole host of sessions based around Warhammer and tabletop miniatures. The Gamers Lodge will be running Warhammer 40k Learn to Play of sessions, as well as tables for veterans to play. Bring your armies. Bulwark Games will be doing take and paint sessions where they have models you can learn how to paint, or you can bring models that you wanted to paint and never learned how to. They'll teach you the basics of getting involved into actually painting minis, which is something that I'm trying to get myself back into as well. We've got a gamers market, which has got a whole host of traders and independent traders, as well as we just announced today that the Cake House in Rural are providing cakes, so they'll have cakes for sale and cookies and whatnot. There is live Blood in the Clock Tower, as always, Blood in the Clock Tower, hosted by Clams. There is a shit ton of stuff. It is a fun fucking day. It's at the Black Key in Liverpool. There will be a raffle. There's a whole host of stuff that I've got boxed away in this room that will be on the raffle with a bunch of games provided by Ravensburger, our friends over at Ravensburger. So there's a bunch of games from them that we'll be raffling off. 10 a.m., 10 p.m., Saturday, February 7th at the Black Key, Liverpool Games Fair. That's Liverpool Games Fair, GAYMES. Look us up on social media. You can go to liverpoolgamesfair.co.uk, buy tickets. We're hoping to make a really fun day of it and keep it going, and hopefully do one again later in the year as well. So this one's a success. We get to keep doing them, which is really, really fucking fun.
Yeah, I would say come and play Blood on the Clock Tower with us, because you can watch our friend Martin make Jay question his life choices, which is always fun.
Well,
and you can watch me victimize my son, which is always fun.
And then later on, you can watch me have an existential crisis regarding Warhammer. So everybody wins.
Yeah. Also, if anyone's at Mystery Wrestling this weekend, we will be there.
Yeah, we will.
And we'll have stickers, and I'll probably be drunk a lot of the time, but it'll be fun. So yeah, come say hello if you see us. One of us or all of us will have stickers.
I have stickers in my bag, but if you have more, that'd be great.
One of us will bite, but we're not going to tell you which one.
It's not the one you think. We'll be there. We'll probably do a podcast about it after, because we'll have a lovely time.
We're going to 3 wrestling shows in like 1.5 days.
Yes.
I'm just doing 2. but it's gonna
Yeah.
be fun.
We'll probably have a picture of us with Evil Uno at some point as well. But yeah, do come say hello if you see us. Go get your tickets for Liverpool Games Fair. I'm gonna get mine when I get paid.
I think we're all bringing our Switch 2s as well. So if anyone's got Mario Kart and they want to crack some hands,
I will definitely be bringing my Switch 2, and I will be practicing Mario Kart for the next couple of days.
Oh no.
Yeah.
everyone's taken to church and form a line. Aaron's not here. He can't save you now.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else to plug or?
No, I think we're all good. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us, everyone. Have a lovely and blessed 2026. We'll see you for presumably some sort of mystery wrestling themed show. And if you don't fancy that, we'll catch you around for the Revolution review, which will probably be our next big one. Yeah. So stay safe. Enjoy
we'll probably
wrestling.
do some retro reviews between now and then.
Oh, we'll
Maybe we can do a recap of Games Fair as well. Just to
we've got
people...
into a weird habit of doing a weekly show again now, which is kind of odd.
It's nice though. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, maybe we'll keep it up. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll have a conversation after we go off the air.
Yeah, right. Take care, everyone. See you later.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.